We'll open this up today up with a song to honor the wild salmon, and say a prayer. Ochichisiam alawali wastaw atlimaka salawa. Chi dominant walam takha kha tamaf tatal. Chi dominant walam takas bahals kas ayu. Ochichisiam please discapset. Ay kwam cha jalitas aswalawa. Walam ka itatil kilawaya. Kakas akwi. Ay kusatwas sentas kwas yasyalakwan. Chi dominant lam kumakstam. Good Creator of all things, you're the one who lights the way. We humble ourselves once again as we raise our prayers of gratitude for all the things that are irreplaceable and can never be taken for granted. Creator, we give you thanks for our sacred Mother Earth and for the gifts of the sacred waters, fire, air, our sacred salmon. Creator, ask you to bless everyone here today. Give us good strength from our souls to what we're going to talk about here today. Saving the wild salmon. It is good to remember the teachings of our forefathers. Good Creator, we thank you for everything. Thank you, my dear ones. Okay, so today is a really special day for our wild salmon. In today's world, when we really want to introduce some changes that are absolutely necessary, we have to do this collectively. And change can be very, very difficult for people. Habits are really ingrained. Some of the changes that have to be made is the removal of open net feedlots on the coastal waters of British Columbia, because they are spreading diseases and parasites into the wild. They're breeding grounds for that. And open net pens, it's impossible to quarantine them. I get a big laugh every time they say, "Oh, we're going to quarantine our farms." I mean, it's impossible, to do that because those nets are open, and diseases get transferred into the water. Pathogens go into the water. The sea lice, they can also help transfer the diseases onto the small smolts that have to swim by feedlots. We're coming into spring now, so soon those Fraser River sockeye salmon are going to be going past the feedlots, and that's a very dangerous time right now. More recently, at Dalrymple, a marine harvest operation, they're taking about 500,000 smolts, small fish, farm fish, and they're going to be putting them into the nets. And apparently they have traces of Piscine real virus, and it's something that's very, very harmful, you know, to the fish. It weakens the heart. It makes them fatty and flabby, and if wild salmon catch that disease, they're not going to be able to make it upriver to spawn when they return. So it's very, very, very. It's a very dangerous time right now. People get overwhelmed about what we need to do about this, given the government at the federal and provincial levels. There's all kinds of resistance about making the changes that are needed, and so we have to pull out all the stops, you know, to try and oust the open net feedlots, not only here in Canada but around the world, because wherever those feedlot operations are, they cause great harm to the marine environment, great harm to wild fish. So, Anissa Reid, who has been a wild salmon warrior for some 20-25 years, her and Alexandra Morton have been doing a tremendous amount of work to try and remedy this big problem. And she's the one who initiated a national salmon feedlot boycott. And when she did that, I went running out dancing in the streets, because I thought, wow, this is a good idea, you know. If we're going to change people's behaviors, it's giving power back to the consumers. And we need to educate the consumers. And when it caught fire with me, I was very happy to see a lot of people from the Idle No More movement come out, a lot of people from Pipe Up, a lot of people from who are just concerned about wild salmon come out and support this boycott. And we staged a number of rallies and raised awareness that way. And customer by customer is where it really counts. But there's something more powerful to change people's habits, and that is to go to the business community and to persuade the business people to, look, just take this product off the shelves, take it off the menus, because once that happens, then people are forced to change their behaviors. And so we have been going to all the different food outlets and ask that they remove farm fish, Atlantic farm fish, from their shelves, and also in the restaurants. So one day I was talking with my good friend Louis the Jagger here, and Louis said, I don't sell that. I don't sell farm salmon. So I only sell wild salmon. And he told me more about his restaurant and his philosophy behind the hallmarks of his success. Is integrating environmentally friendly cuisine, you know, with the culinary arts. And as we witness here, this is a very highly successful business. There's a lot of loyal customers who come to Bravo. They enjoy the good food, they can walk away feeling really happy, feeling really good, feeling at peace with themselves that they're not buying into something that is harming the the wild salmon that swim past our city here. And so we talked a little more about that, and he said that he would be willing, you know, to be active in the boycott of salmon feedlot products. So that's why we're here today. This is to celebrate the leadership, the business leadership that Louis DeJager is providing, and it's quite inspirational, and it will make it more motivating, you know, for other businesses to follow suit. So I did discuss this with Anissa Reed and Alexander Morton, and we decided that it would be important, you know, to support the businesses that take a stand, you know, for wild salmon. Wild salmon, make no mistake, is an endangered species, and it supports the biodiversity all along the watersheds of British Columbia. And if they vanish for any reason, it's going to have a devastating impact on the sports industry, the sports fishing industry, which is that alone much bigger than the fish farm industry. It's going to destroy ecotourism. It's going to have a negative impact on ecotourism, and that's another business that is alone much bigger than the fish farm industry. They toot their horn a lot about saying that they provide 6,000 jobs. It's a lie. They don't. BC statistics have recently come out and said they only create about 1,700, approximately 1,700 jobs here in BC, and their business is suffering. They have to lay people off. We have tried to provide them with support and direction to move their operations into containment on land, and they've resisted this. And so we want to protect those people who are working, you know, for that industry. We have to show compassion for them, but it's the Norwegian companies, Marine Harvest, and some of those other companies are
Grieg.
Yeah, Grieg. Yeah, they're Norwegian companies. So it's principally a Norwegian aquaculture industry, but I've come to call them the Norwegian aquavirus companies because of the impending dangers, the increasing dangers of mutating European viruses that originate from that industry.
Has there been any feedback since everything happened with the Norwegian TV and everything else? Has there been any feedback from the Norwegian government on what's going to happen there?
No, they of course want business as usual, and they have the full backing of federal and provincial governments. There's been one crack, I guess a couple of cracks. One is that Christy Miller, who is a scientist they had muzzled